Wow. You know, when you open up a video damage controlling, you already know this is going to be comedy gold. So once again, truth be told, aka Full Boy is definitely calling me again, dragging me into some random argument about a fucking video game again. Okay, it's like, are you kidding me? The guy hates the Xbox, he wants to drag anyone else in there. The thing is, I don't understand why you drag me into all of your arguments. You never win. Like, seriously, I can't think of one time that you've ever beaten me in an intellectual conversation. Even at one part, I swear, at one time people were telling him that he lost and he still thought he won. That's fucking Looney Tunes. But anyway, now he wants to talk about Kinect Sports Rivals. I have no idea. Once again, I know why, because he thinks I'm an Xbot. Whatever, let's play Xbot, okay? Alright, so he wants to talk about Kinect Sports Rivals, right? And how it got a 5 on GameSpot, which I have no idea why he brings that up, because he also brings up Knack, which got a 4 on GameSpot. So, like, what was your point about bringing up Knack? Like, there is absolutely no point of you actually doing any videos at all, but whatever.
And I honestly had people last generation trying to tell me that Kinect, looking at you, Zeffy, you dumb fuck, trying to tell me Kinect could be used with first-person shooters, that we would see core games being used with Kinect, right? Bullshit. Bullshit.
Now, there's two ways that you can take what he just said here. Number one, he could be talking about core games that has Kinect features. Basically, he's saying that they don't exist. Or he could mean Kinect as a primary controller for first-person shooters, which is the core games for the Xbox 360, since he said past generation. Now, here's the thing. For the first one, I do believe there are core games that are Kinect enabled. I believe Combat Evolved, Halo Combat Evolved, that is Kinect enabled.
Hey everyone, I'm Andrea Renee and this is Clever Games. While speaking with GameSpot, head of Microsoft Game Studios Phil Spencer spoke about the upcoming Kinect lineup. He talked about how Kinect will be integrated into first-party titles like Rise and racing games like Forza, so it only makes sense that the Halo reboot will see a Better with Kinect logo as well. The HD remake of Halo Combat Evolved was announced at this year's E3, along with the news that Halo 4 is in development.
I also believe that, Mass Effect 3 also have Kinect features.
Epic. Awesome. Fun. Thanks, Jesse. Of course, this is just a small example of how we're setting a new bar with Mass Effect 3. Whether you're playing with a controller or augmenting the experience through Kinect, Mass Effect 3 will be the best game in the series. We have a ton of cool stuff to show you at the Electronic Arts press briefing, and even more throughout the week.
Now, don't get it wrong. Mass Effect 3 didn't use Kinect very well, and while I could say the same thing for Halo Anniversary, it did use Kinect a lot better than Mass Effect did. Now, I'm not saying those games are great, anything like that, but I am saying you are wrong. There are core games that are Kinect enabled. So I already named 2 games off the top of my head that actually do have Kinect features that are core titles. Now, there you go. Once again, truth has been intellectually owned. But wait, there's more. He might have meant the other one, where he meant that it's the primary controller. And my response is, first of all, I never said that it was a primary controller. Why? Why would I use Kinect as a first-person shooter controller? That doesn't make any sense. It wasn't designed for that. That's like saying I'm going to play a first-person shooter with a guitar controller. Why the hell? Wait, that's deja vu. I believe I said that somewhere before. But it seems that all the PlayStation 3 fans and all the naysayers always have this one thing to say about Kinect. Can you play first-person shooter games? Now, I have no idea why you guys always want to say that. I really don't. After all, think about it. Do you use Do you use the Harmonix guitar for Rock Band, or maybe the Activision guitar for Guitar Hero to play first-person shooters? No. Do you use them to play platform games? No. You don't do that. Do you use the piano to do it? No. You know, you don't do anything to do that, yet you consistently ask that. I do remember that. 2001, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's the thing about Truth. He'll go ahead, he's the only guy I know who will go ahead, use an argument that he's already been owned on, and go ahead and use it again. The funny thing is, though, is that do you not realize that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results? I'm just saying. But then again, this is the same guy, okay? This is the same guy whose imaginary friends told him that I spoke in an imaginary open form where only they could see it, that I said that I had his information. I was going to spread it across Neverland and some bullshit like that. But he can't tell us who it is because they're imaginary. Oh my God, what a fucking fool. Now, what I did, however, I showed this. Now, this was an actual guy who was playing a demo of a game he created where he said that he could actually control a first-person shooter with Kinect. If you actually look at the very, in the middle screen is the gameplay, on the left-hand side is the regular camera, on the right-hand side is the infrared. As you see, he is actually moving the game around and able to go ahead and move in a three-dimensional world by simply using his hand. He's able to go ahead and shoot other things with his hand as well. Now, did I ever say that Microsoft is going to go ahead and start releasing games that were, first-person shooter games that was Kinect? That not Kinect enabled, but Kinect as a primary controller? Of course not. And I would never say that. And the reason why, and this is no offense to him, but this is a Dr. Trey move. Dr. Trey is someone who would tell you that, all your favorite games are coming to the Wii U as the definitive versions, which, don't get me wrong, I do still stand by him 100% and agree that at the time, yeah, it seemed that way. It seemed like that was going to happen. That would have been the most logical move. However, we forgot to go ahead and calculate the laziness of the developers who did not want to go ahead and develop for a second screen. But I'm getting off track. I would never say that Microsoft is going to release Kinect as a primary controller for its first-person shooters for one particular reason. Because I don't know that. How would I know that? I don't work for Microsoft. Or, so how would I know that? The answer is I wouldn't know that, so I wouldn't say it. However, I will go ahead and show you an instance of a small indie developer, as I just showed you right there, who is using Kinect as a first-person shooter, able to go ahead and walk around there. And yes, even though it didn't show it in that particular clip, there was a time that he was actually shooting with the controller. Guys, check the link in the description below. You'll actually see the video in which I did that. But of course, even though Truth Set You Free, truth be told, rather, saw that video, even though he saw that video, he's still making the same exact arguments, even though he was already proved wrong 3 years ago? What's wrong with you, dude? So there you go. Pretty much made him, as usual, irrelevant, despite the fact that I didn't bother to watch his whole video. I'm not gonna be gotta be honest with you. Don't really give a damn about Truth like that much. But here's the thing, man. I'll be honest with you. Why is it that you feel the need to call everyone stupid or an idiot or a moron, especially since it's kind of ironic seeing that you have literally grown a tally for being one of the most intellectually owned people on YouTube? Dude, all jokes aside, this guy has been owned so many goddamn times. Seventh has owned him, and multiple times too. I have destroyed him on many occasions. Seventh Level done it. BBC has done it. Blackbot. Oh my God! Don't get me started on Blackbot. How many times Blackbot has owned Truth? Okay, look, I'm telling you right now, Blackbot has owned Truth more times than pedophiles have puppies in basements. All jokes aside, man. Like, between that, I have no idea why Truth even bothers. My advice, dude, this is not the platform in which you can do, okay? This is a platform for those who actually know what they're talking about. You have proven time and time again that you don't know what you're talking about. So why do you continue to talk? That's right, I forgot the definition of insanity. I don't know what's wrong with you, dude. Now, don't get it wrong. I'm not that much of a dick where I'm going to go ahead and say I've never been owned. Yeah, intellectually I've been owned maybe twice, maybe 3 times. One with Shokyo. But normal people have to go ahead and resort to personal attacks in order to go ahead and get me. to be perfectly honest with you, which usually proves me as your better. But at the same time, this guy has been owned probably less than Power 2000X, but he's damn sure running a close second. Just saying. Ask anyone. Fury Doughboy is another one on that list who's owned Truth thousands of times. It's just like, why the hell do you continue? It's just what it is. Oh, and then he also made this whole rant about Kinect being more expensive or something like that. I forget exactly what he was talking about. He seems to think that Kinect is only for games. No, Kinect is not only for games, man. It's an interface. It's for the whole thing. Okay, which, for the record, actually does work out very well. Kinect actually makes the system come alive a lot more than it actually does on the PlayStation 4. In fact, if you actually compare the Kinect-enabled apps, it actually versus the ones that are on PlayStation 4, the apps are actually more superior on Xbox One. Two examples come to mind. One is Twitch application, which is actually more superior on Xbox One. One of the reasons is because of Kinect and the things that you can do on there. And the second one is YouTube. Actually, I think that in YouTube's case, I think that Sony promised it but never delivered. Go figure, right? You'll never hear that on Truth's channel, but yeah, there you go. So, and there you go. So those are two examples of it. And then when you go ahead and do any other things, such as voice commands and gestures, and anything else more superior on Xbox One, it was already proven. There's nothing else you can say. So basically, his response is going to be basically this. Oh my god, I just mentioned, Zephy only mentioned 2 games. He only mentioned Halo and Mass Effect. Even though that does prove me wrong, I'm going to go ahead and try to belittle it because it's only 2 games. That's him. That's pretty much the only thing he's going to go by. Dude, once again, you've proven that you are not a gamer. You are not worthy to be in these same intellectual conversations as we are. Stop trying to get to our level because you are nowhere near it, and you will never be. You will never be. It's funny, too, because I used to always say educate yourself. Remember that? I used to always tell Truth to educate himself. Educate himself. And the reality of it is that there's no educating ignorant. And that is what truth is. The definition of truth be told is ignorance. You guys have a good night. Zeph is out. Wait a minute. So are you telling me that Knack is actually has less of a score than Kinect Sports Rivals? I'm sorry, what was the point of bringing up Knack again? Oh, right. The damage control. I forgot.